Yeah, empty bottles of red wine laying on the floor from last night. We got a little drunk, yeah. Now I'm a little numb. Spending hours by your bedside, talking till it's dark out somehow. Can get you off my.
All right, you guys. All right. So I am finally up and running. Okay. It was a rush job for me to get in here today. So I apologize to you guys for being hella late. But it's gonna be a rush job for me to get out of here too, because I got things to do. Now, this is Snack Cackle Talk, and I am your host, Lacey. Monica is not here today, and that's only because of the things that I have to do today. I'm going to be in and out. Okay, so this is going to be real quick. So I really didn't want to waste her drive for her to come up here today. Okay, so as you guys already know, everybody's talking about this whole Diddy case. I have not been. I've been following the case, but I haven't been 100% into following the case because there's just so much for me to sit there and have to follow, and my stream just couldn't solely focus on just Diddy with everything else that was going on around Diddy. Um, but I can focus on this not guilty. This man has been found not guilty for 3 out of 5 of the crimes that he was being charged with. And I guess technically that's a win for the defense because they are the ones that would have really gave him the more harsher punishment, the most time. But so I'm sure he's glad that he did not get found guilty for those things. But at the same time, the prosecution, they dropped the ball. So, uh, out of all those witnesses that they had up there on the stand, nobody could really just give them what they wanted. Now, question is, could they, or they just chose not to, or they literally only knew so much based off of what they saw and just really couldn't execute everything that needed to be done to kind of get them the verdict that they was looking for. But kudos to Cassie, because if it was not for Cassie, I do not think that they would have gotten the guilty for the 2 charges that they did get him for.
Now look, now you gotta watch what you're saying on the internet. I don't need none of his goons coming after you. They have to
Oh no. Oh no.
I'm
What's the
always,
phrase? I am not Team Diddy.
I'm always, I'm always locked and loaded.
I am not Team
Before they
Diddy
know.
at whatsoever. I have never been a fan of his. I used to listen to his music, and I cut that out way back when he did that band camp when he was trying to start those 2 groups. I didn't like how he treated them then. And I used to love watching that show until I saw how he was mistreating them. And I stopped watching the show because I just don't condone that type of behavior. Um, but for these 2 charges, the 2 prostitution charges that he have, I'm glad they got him for those, considering the fact that nobody could really just land that they was being prostituted except for Cassie. I mean, she's pretty much the only one. Jane Doe, she did a little, but I don't think what she contributed was enough to say that um, it gave him that guilty verdict. But Cassie definitely. So kudos to her for having the strength to come forward, for even if it was for the money, she had the strength to do it. You know what I mean? Because we are on the outside looking in. We don't know exactly what that man put her through. We only know what she says and what that little snippet of a video shows. Who knows how many hotels he paid to hide the evidence, and why no one thought to protect a customer. At the end of the day, she is still a customer there. But I'm just glad that she was able to walk away from this alive and start her life anew. Um, Now another thing that's our topic for today is what's next for Diddy. You know, he's got these two guilty verdicts, and from my understanding, these two charges, these prostitution charges that he did get uh, um, guilty for, they hold a maximum sentence of 10 years. I'm probably guessing that they're gonna give him 5.
I still think he's gonna get time served. Oh well, you said he can't.
Yeah, he's not gonna get time served. I originally thought, oh, for those charges, oh, they're gonna get him time served. But no, they hold a maximum of 10-year sentences. So I don't think they're gonna give him 10, but I definitely think they're gonna give him 5, and it should be 5 each, and they should be served consecutive. Is this a what's the word I'm looking for? A federal case, right?
I believe so because it had racketeering involved.
Okay, but federal cases, they usually do like day for day, right?
Yes.
Okay, so with the federal cases, hopefully, then he will serve day for day on those 5 years. Because if it was state, they get up in there on 5 years and be out in a year. So hopefully, all of that withstands. But I do see them giving him 5 years. Y'all tell me what y'all think on the matter, because it would be great to see him sit out the 10 years, but I doubt it. I was hoping, my fingers were crossed. I was really, really hoping with all of the evidence that was coming forward that was like mind-boggling and mind-blowing and unbelievable and shocking. I thought that they was going to hopefully uncover his connection to Biggie, since he likes to save everything as trophies. I was just for sure they was going to uncover that, but unfortunately he did cover his tracks. And all I could think about during this case was that for some reason, I do not know why I was thinking it, but for some reason I was connecting him to the 5 heartbeats. You know how I basically put Diddy as red.
I was gonna say that. Especially with them saying that he dangled some girl over.
Yes, I put him as being red, and knowing him, he probably watched that movie and got his cue from that movie. You know, people do tend to mimic what they see on TV, especially in movies. And so if you don't know how to act as a criminal and you're trying to figure it out, then you just turn to a movie that has something and be like, you know what, I think I want to act like that. And then they mimic it. All I saw was he was red.
Remember how I can see him sitting there watching the 5 heartbeats, like you remember how Tupac was playing Bishop? And he was standing up on that thing talking about top of the world.
Yeah.
I see Diddy doing that.
Me too, now that you mention it. So I feel sorry for all these artists that came forward now because of them coming forward. What's going to happen? What's going to happen to their music? He's going to definitely retaliate. He's going to do that. Now, the question is, how is he going to retaliate, and who is he actually going to entrust to help him do the retaliation? Because he's definitely going to do it. And is Cassie safe? Is she safe from his wrath? Because he's gonna bestow it on her. I really do feel like it. And I did see like a YouTube clip or something where they trying to get Cassie to give back the 30 million. Hell to the no. Don't make her give back that money. Yeah, granted, she got up there on the stand and she said she would give it back for the peace of mind. You never should have said that, because you're never going to have the peace of mind. So don't give it back to her. I mean, don't give it back to him, because for one, that man put her through hell. We're on the outside looking in, but she lived it, she breathed it, she felt it, it was dealt towards her. She should not have to give that money back. Matter of fact, that ain't even enough for what he put her through. And it was intentional. I believe that he knew exactly how he was going to mistreat her the moment he came up on her. Such a beautiful person, and he damn near almost ruined her. Yeah, we can sit back and say, well, she had the freedom to date. Technically, she didn't have the freedom to date. She tried to date, but every time she tried to date, here his ass came in the shadows lurking. And he ruined that to make sure she didn't date. You know what I'm saying? So this woman was scared of this man, as she had every right to be. Look at how he acted once she finally broke free from him, and he took to social media trying to find her. You know, that woman literally had to fall off the grid to stay safe. So I don't feel like they should, her lawyers really need to rebuttal what she said. She shouldn't have to pay it back. She said she would pay it back for the peace of mind. She ain't gonna never have no peace of mind. That man has scarred her for life. That's my opinion. That's how I feel about it. Those 5 years, they need to give that to him for each charge. That way he sits it out consecutive. Don't lessen his time. Don't give him 2 years. Because 2 years, yeah, he'll probably get time served. They give him 2 years. He deserved guilty for all of his charges, but because of all the prominent people that this man has kept locked away for insurance, it paid off for him. He pulled what is that they used in John Wick? When they wanted to
I can't remember.
For those of you, if y'all are familiar with John Wick, you know they use these little tokens and stuff like that to pull out when they need to save their life and get have insurance. That's basically what he had, and it helped him. I'm not gonna say it did. It helped him, because once they saw who all was on those videos that they actually had access to, and I don't even think that is even everything that this man probably had. They only went through one piece of property. Ain't no telling what he got everywhere else. He definitely got it somewhere, you know. But I was hoping out of everything, people coming forward saying, well, he did this, he did this, he did this. Where is your evidence? They can't just prosecute him off of word of mouth. Yeah, y'all can all get up there and tell all the horrible things he did, but where is the evidence? Cassie had it. Where is y'all's evidence? That was key, you know. And I noticed that Jay-Z sat all the way down during this. You don't become best friends with a person and not know what they're doing. So I wonder how much involved was he and Beyonce. Because a lot of people had a lot of negative things to say about the two of them. So I'm curious. Like, I mean, I've always liked Beyonce's music. She's a beautiful person, has a beautiful voice, but when she got connected with Sasha Fierce, is that her alter ego? Something came over her. Something came over her, all right. That demonic spirit got up in there, and all she saw was red. and probably willing to step on anybody to stay at the top, you know. So I hope it never comes crumbling down. I'll say that. I'm trying to get on here. Y'all see me looking down. I'm trying to figure out my computer. Okay, I'm in the wrong stuff. There's no wonder. I done pulled up the wrong stuff over here. I don't know what I'm into. Give me just a second. Okay, Mo said no criminal history. He won't get 5. He need to get it. He need to get that 5. If he don't get nothing else, the court love making example out of artists, especially rappers. So this should actually be an example for anybody that feels like because they have money, because money does give you power. And now we see what kind of power that money gives you. Look at Trump and everybody else, Musk and all of them, Beyonce, Jay-Z. It does give you power, okay, to damn near rule the world. So you need to have one. All it really takes is one strong judge at the right time in the right place at the right moment to show and prove that your money does not put you above the law. So especially when you break the law and commit crimes. And how much did his kids know? Everybody's sitting up here, oh, look at his daughters. No, look at his daughters. Ain't no telling what them girls done got into, and they acting innocent. Okay? And I don't even want to think of what he could have did to Kim Porter, because I'm quite sure he did something to her, because it's not mathing. So I don't even want to think about that. But I hope this man gets this. I hope he at least gets the 5. I know they're not going to give him 10, but he definitely needs to get the 5. And he needs to get it for both of the charges. But y'all tell me what y'all think on this topic or whatever. Like I said, I'm not going to stay on here long because I'm on crunch time right now. Matter of fact, got 11 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and exit left and get on up out of here. And I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I just want to come on in here and just say just a little bit. But I will be back on here on Saturday for Relationship Saturday. And I got a question for y'all. So I want y'all honest answers. So I need for y'all to hop on here on Saturday for Relationship Saturday topic, because I got one for y'all. Okay. And if you missed me on today and just so happen you missed me on Saturday, I will be back on here on Hot Topic Tuesday. Okay. So, and I had a topic that I wanted to talk about today. Well, it really wasn't a topic. It was just an issue, but I'll save that for Tuesday. I'll save it for Tuesday. But other than that, you guys, I'm going to get on up out of here because, like I said, I have a lot that I have to take care of and I have a lot that I have to do. And I'm going to be busy at least until 12 o'clock tonight. So thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for joining me. Thank you all for your support. And I will see you guys next time. Have fun like I have fun. Oh, don't forget to go to my YouTube page and subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe to my YouTube page and you're on Facebook, subscribe there. You're on TikTok, subscribe there. I would appreciate you any way that I can get it. Thank you, guys. See you later.
Bye. Maybe we should take it slow. I don't feel too comfortable jumping into something new right now.